Hello everybody, I am Suresh Kumar, Assistant Professor and Head, Department of English, St.Joseph College of Arts and Science, Autonomous, Cuddalore. Let's analyze the poem An Introduction by Kamaladas. After a brief introduction about Kamaladas, let's go deep into the poem. Kamaladas was born on 31st March 1934 in Kerala. She is popularly known by her one-time pen name Madhavi, and she is an Indian poetess in English as well as an author in Malayalam. Her popularity in Kerala is based chiefly on her short stories and poetry. She was also a widely read columnist and wrote on diverse topics including women's issues, childcare, politics, etc. The poem An Introduction is an autobiographical verse of Kamaladas that throws light on the life of a woman in the patriarchal society. This is a confessional poem. This poem has been divided into 5 parts for better understanding. I have tried to first give a quick explanation of the lines and then provide a comprehensive analysis. I hope you will get through the poem and understand its central idea. The first part of the poem is about men as the rulers of the country. The poet starts explaining by saying that she doesn't know the politics, yet she is well aware of the politicians of her country, from Nehru to the ones of her own times. And as the politics of India has always remained in fewer hands, particularly of males, she has memorized the names of all the politicians like the days of the week or the names of the month. The lines depict how the males have been ruling the country without giving this right to the people. Moreover, the rulers are fewer in numbers because democracy exists only in words. In reality, the rule of the country remains in the hands of some people who have assumed themselves to be the permanent rulers. And in the second point, we will see the women are individuals too. Now, the poet comes towards her own life experience. She says that she is an Indian and brown in color. She is born in Malabar. She can speak 3 languages, write in 2, and read in 1 of the dreams, have a universal language. In these lines, she explains her Indianness. Like most of the citizens of India, she is also capable of speaking 3 languages and writing 2, probably the English and her native language. She says that she dreams of one because the world of dreams is common to all. In this world, every individual, male or female, uses the universal language. In my opinion, these lines can be interpreted in another way as well. The poet tries to show her ability in the educational sphere, which is no access to most of the women. She says that she speaks 3 languages and is also capable of writing in 2. In addition, she also dreams of any man in the world. She probably compares herself to the man of the world, trying to show that she is no lesser than him. She possesses all those qualities and abilities that make him superior. Hence, though she is a woman, she is no lesser than him in terms of ability, passion, and creativeness. Moreover, in this world of dreams, she is equally an individual as a man is, and so she wants this status in the real world as well. Let us now go to the third act. Poet's struggle for freedom. Being well familiar with the English, she uses this language in her writings. However, this habit of hers is not liked by her friends, relatives and critics. They all condemn her for writing in English as a polite people. English is the language of the colonies. She asks them why they criticize, why she is not given liberty to write in whatever language she desires. She exposes the jealous nature of her nears and peers, who cannot endure her face. This makes them criticize her. Having no logical reason to put restrictions on her writing in English, they try to tell her that the language she writes in is the language of colonies and thus she should avoid using it. However, she asks them how a language can be owned by a particular community. It belongs to every person who uses it and thus she should not be stopped from using it. She shows her ownership of the English and also the freedom of using it. She is imperfect, but this makes her a human. Thus, she should not be scolded for her mistakes or shortcomings, but she wonders why society ignores the mistakes or even blunders of men and questions the mistakes of women, although fact is that every person in the world is imperfect. The language expresses her joys, belief and hopes. For he, it is like oil is to the clothes and rolling is to the life. That is, it is an integral part of the expression. She further says that her speech in English is a speech of humans that minds can understand and not strange and pure like the sound of trees in the storms or of monsoon clouds or of rain or of death as these voices can be understood. Now we go to the next part. Her miserable married life. She moves towards her married life. She was a child, although the size of her body grew up. That is, she entered the stage of puberty, yet her soul was immature. She was still a child. She asked for love. However, her husband quenched his own lust on the bed. The poet here not only describes her married life, but tries to narrate the story of every woman in her country. Her griefs and sorrows are the griefs and sorrows of every woman of her country. The young girls in her country are forced to marry old men without having their consent. They are so young at the time of their marriage that they cannot accept that they have grown up. However, as their body parts, including the genitals, grow up, they have to accept that they are mature now and thus are bound into the nuptial alliance. The girl, after being married, desires that her husband should show compassion to her and love her, but instead she is drawn to the bed and made to endure the pains of sex that she is not willing to do. She says that she was not beaten by him, yet her womanly body felt to be beaten and wounded, and thus she got tired of it. Her genitals seemed to her as some burden that oppressed her. She started hating her female body because it is her body that has given her so much pain. To avoid its load, she tried to become a tomboy by adopting the attire of a male. But it was not led by her fingers. They started taunting her. She was commanded to dress in saris, be a girl, wife, embroider, cook, parlor with servants. She was asked not to hide her real self. Her in-laws even commanded to remain silent and endure her unachieved. The lines expose the condition of a woman in the house of her in-laws. She is forced to give up frankness and attain the nature of a daughter-in-law. She is supposed to do everything that her in-laws decide to do. She has to accomplish all the tasks, though she is not willing to do so. She is taunted, scolded, as well as abused. She even advised not to express her grief if she is troubled by her married life. And the next part is her struggle for the status of I. She meets a man. The man is, according to her, the every man who desires a woman to quench his lust, as a woman desires love from a man. When she asks him about his identity, his answer is I. This I, or the middle ego, gives him the liberty to do whatever he likes. He can drink at midnight, laugh, and satisfy his lust. However, he feels ashamed after losing a woman due to his own shortcomings, and also this ego of I dies when the person dies. Thus, his end is no different than the end of the woman. Hence, like him, she can also attribute the title of I to herself. Like men, she is also sinner and saint, beloved and betrayed. Her joys and pains are no different than those of men. Hence, she emancipates herself to the level of I. And let's now have a brief conclusion about the poem. Finally, Das brings the poem to an end with the exact same words at the beginning and the center of her poem, explicitly stress I. The struggle between herself and the world at large heightens towards the end, eventually blurring the lines between where her original self begins and ends. She is, therefore, the sinner and the saint. She is the one who is both loved and betrayed. The concluding lines of the poem still ring the song of protest. Das's voice is still loud and resilient in her cause. Ultimately, an introduction is almost the portrayal of a quest to discover the self, and thus effectively takes all the right steps in the right directions. Thank you.